the Ring Fanatics podcast, episode number 106. I am Nick, your host. With me, as always, my co host, Joel.
Yo.
Before we get into the episode today, as always, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on social media Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, literally anywhere we could be found.
Yes, sir.
And give us a like and a comment on this episode if you're watching this on YouTube, and a 5 star if you listen to this on Spotify. Just give us the support that you can give us. The better, the more the better. A couple of things I wanted to talk about for this episode. There was a report that came out yesterday before Dynamite of how apparently now AEW is now going to do house shows on certain weekends going forward. What are your thoughts on that? That's pretty interesting news.
Yeah, I think that's dope as hell. I think it's time that they finally did it.
Yeah, about
I don't
time.
think it's gonna be a crazy schedule, but it's dope that they'll do other shows that's not typically TV
Yeah,
because of course they run shows usually on Wednesdays or pay-per-views on the weekends or sometimes Rampage is live.
yeah,
But other than that, if you're not off on those days, you got no chance to see them when they come to town.
yeah,
Not everybody can just take off on Wednesday night and
exactly.
go see AEW. So it's dope that they're doing the like the kind of live tour kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's cool because they're also not doing that like every single weekend.
Yeah.
From what I read, it was like certain weekends they're doing it, and then
So is it
um,
Saturday and Sunday or just Saturday?
I
Like just
think
one show a weekend?
I think it's one show a weekend. I
Okay,
think the
that's dope.
first one they announced was on a Saturday night. So I don't know if they're sticking with Saturdays. I think they might do like flip flop Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, I feel like Saturday is the best day to do it,
Yeah,
but I guess they could flip flop Saturday Sunday.
maybe depending on where they are, they might do it.
Yeah,
Um,
that is true.
so they'll just do like I was gonna say try to do Fridays, but that's when Rampage is on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Saturdays would be better unless it's like maybe a Sunday. They could just throw one in, be like, hey, we couldn't do it on a Saturday. Maybe there's like another event going on,
Yeah.
so they had to book a Sunday.
Or maybe just the Saturdays is just to test it out, and then maybe down the line they'll add another show. You know what I mean? And do
So
a Saturday Sunday loop
yeah,
here and there. Not like every weekend, but like here and there.
yeah, I think they'll just throw in a Sunday to see if like
See
that
what's the
would work
turnout.
too.
Yeah. See
Yeah,
what's the
experiment
turnout.
that. Yeah, but I think Saturdays would be a great start to do it because I think, like you said, people are more available on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Sundays may not be the best day to go out to do a show, unless they're doing like an afternoon maybe, because I don't know what time they're
Maybe.
doing it.
Yeah.
It might be like 7, 8 ish. Maybe they'll do
That's the
that.
one that's on Saturday, right? The
I
Saturday one
believe so. I
is
believe the first one's on at night, so
Saturday
I don't
night,
know what
eight
time that one is.
o'clock. Probably like 7, 8 o'clock.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably. But yeah, that's awesome. I think it's a great news to now start doing their own house shows.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
because
curious
it
to
also
see.
gets you to test out different areas that you don't know what the turnout will be. So, let's try this state and see what the turnout is. Because it's just a
Yeah,
live show. It's not like a television taping. So even if the turnout is low, now you know. Okay, so this area isn't gonna be like a main area of ours. Yeah, I mean, test stuff out. You never know.
yeah. I mean, it'll also be great to like include people that don't typically see on TV here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause I don't know how long they're doing the house shows for. A house show could be what, like an hour, maybe 2 hours. I don't know how long these are gonna last. Like
I would say
the
like two
time length.
hours. They'll probably do
Yeah,
like maybe 5 or 6 matches.
yeah, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
house
because there's not
shows.
really a
But
time limit
also,
either.
that's WWE house shows. We don't know
Exactly.
what they're gonna do with their shows.
Yeah, so like in live events, they don't really have to end at a certain time. It's literally
Yeah,
whenever they want to finish.
yeah. But
So
usually it's like usually they'll do like a couple matches. I think they still. I don't know if they still do an intermission, and then they do the second part of it. And it's usually like an hour.
yeah, I was gonna say like if you just do straight matches going like from start to finish and nothing like happening in between, it'll kind of get boring, right?
Yeah,
Like people would want to leave like now. Okay, I just want to see something happen. Someone talk, someone come out.
yeah. That's
Maybe
why.
they'll do that.
Yeah, that's why like low key like it's live events are cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like if they don't regularly come to your town, but
yeah,
we have the advantage that New York a lot of the companies want to come here. You know what I
exactly.
mean? So we
Yeah, yeah,
get live shows, like house shows and live shows. so we could pick between the two. Certain places don't get that pick. You know
I
what I
was
mean? And
thinking,
they'll come
yeah,
like maybe once a year. Us, we know WWE's gonna come at least twice, and AEW's gonna come at least once in Queens and once in Long Island, or maybe twice. You know what I mean? You never know, but
yeah,
you know eventually it'll come. Certain places don't have that advantage, but like I now like growing up, I always went to the house shows. Now I hate house shows because it's like it don't lead to nothing. Like it's cool when you just want to see wrestling. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just an asshole fan, but I like doing the live shows better. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I feel like not just watching wrestling. You know what I mean? You're seeing the storylines progress. They're not gonna progress at a house show.
yeah. And the thing is too is like also you don't know what you're getting until you get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I know they announced Moxley, right? Because it's
Yeah,
in
it's in. I think it's
Ohio,
in
right?
Ohio. Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
Ohio.
So they announced him and made sure, but you never know what you're gonna get on that card.
Yeah,
That's even with WWE. You never know what you're gonna get.
it always says cards subject to change
Yeah,
every single time. Yeah.
you get Kevin Owens versus Roman, or like the Bloodline versus the Banger Bros or something. But or you could get like I don't even know. You could get like Humberto versus I don't fucking know, just
Exactly.
somebody
Hit
in the
row. I don't
bottom.
know.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like
Yeah.
and it's like okay, like you gotta have fillers here and there, but I feel
Yeah.
like live shows got a lot more fillers than live TV.
Oh, of course, of course. I mean, it's just again, we don't know what you're gonna get until probably
Yeah,
that week. So that's I don't want to say that's like a I don't say I'm not saying this in like a negative way. It might be a risk because like I guarantee you the match is gonna be insanely good, but you don't know what you're gonna get.
yeah. But what helps them is they only have one of each title, so like they can just have all the champions show up,
Hmm.
and I think people would be satisfied.
And the thing is too, like maybe they could also have like maybe they could continue storylines there. I don't know if that'd be the smartest thing.
To be honest, I could see AEW doing that shit.
Yes, that's why I brought it up because I'm like I could see it doing it, but
I
like I
could
don't
see
know if people
them,
would pay attention
which
as
would I'm not gonna lie would be kind of fire. We've talked about this in the past when I was like when they used to just change titles and be like, oh yeah, they
yeah,
lost at the house show
yeah.
last night. I was like, what the fuck? You don't even got like a video of it. I
That's
think
what I was. Yeah,
I think AEW the same way they tell stories through like BTE and Sammy's all the vlogs and shit. I think they're gonna do it through house shows,
I
but
was.
they'll
Yeah,
let you know about it on social media.
yeah. That's probably the only way because like
Yeah, this person
unless
interrupted this person attacked this person is they're especially that they don't have it every week. WWE is tough because they have it every week, so you can't have like something happen every show,
yeah,
every house show. You know what I mean?
yeah,
At least them if they have one maybe a month, you can actually show like on Instagram and go through the like the card and actually show highlights. WWE, you got two shows in two different cities. That's a lot to post on social media.
hmm.
And you're doing it every weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
And the
And I
thing
think
is
Friday
too
too. No,
for
Friday is live.
Rampage
Yeah.
and then yeah. So I was thinking like unless you're looking through social media on those days, you're not gonna know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless like you find the spoilers, like oh this person faced this person and
Yeah.
whatever.
There's always somebody that's out there with the spoilers and be like,
Yeah,
oh,
but
yeah.
then like you said, like unless like a title change happens or like someone gets an upset victory over a big star, then we wouldn't know unless we check social media,
Yeah.
or they
But
might post it on BTE.
yeah, and they'll also mention it in they'll probably mention it in Dynamite
Yeah, yeah.
and be like, this past weekend this person beat this person at the house show.
Then they'll show like a fan like video that was taken or something.
I always said the fan cam, man. ECW's fan cam, like at the house shows that they
Yeah,
did,
it's like
was
they do it from the
fire.
corner,
And they
and
were
they're
like,
like,
look at what happened on past house show. Like Mike Awesome versus Taz, who would have thought? And that shows like
yeah,
the fan cam, not like the general TV camera. So I think that would be dope with AEW if they went that way. And like I said, especially since they're not doing it as often,
yeah.
it's like kind of like it's kind of like a special attraction.
Of course. I mean, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see what happens because then you get like, what are you gonna do, especially with the first one, to get people to want to go? You know what I mean? Yeah, they advertise mocks, which I'm pretty sure if tickets were to sell out, like or go out, they'll probably sell out quickly.
Mm-hmm.
because everyone in Ohio loves Moxley.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone in general loves Moxley, but I don't. All that was announced was Moxley, and I'm pretty sure a lot of tickets are going to be sold out.
Yeah.
So I just hope they. I don't. I'm not expecting them to announce the card. Just be like, oh, this person's showing up, that person's showing up,
Yeah.
so we know who to expect instead of just like throwing out like
I think they're gonna do the same thing that WWE does, target marketing. I think they're gonna like we don't see what other people see on commercials. We always get the WWE is coming live to MSG. This person's gonna face this
Yeah,
person. Other people don't see that. We only see it because we're in New York. So I think
exactly.
they're gonna do that target market and show you like
Yeah.
and try. I think they, especially that it's one show.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll pull out like heavy hitters.
Oh, definitely.
I think you
But
can see.
then, but then also like, do they have to have the heavy hitters every show?
No,
You know what I mean? Like that's
because
the
I
thing
think they'll
too.
do half and half.
Yeah.
I think they'll do half and half. You know what I
Maybe
mean?
like a
Like
match that you're not even expecting, like maybe like Hangman versus like I don't know who's like a random person that they don't use.
Dante
Um,
Martin. Oh,
yeah, Dante Martin. Yeah, like
yeah, like matches that you know is gonna be dope as hell. But like, why would we see them on TV?
exactly.
You know what I
It's
mean?
definitely it's definitely had to be like a. How do I explain it? They should treat it like a televised event, with obviously not being televised.
Yeah.
So that way it's not like. I mean, it definitely has to be like competition of some sort. Not like every match is a squash match. Give me like a 10-minute
Not about
match every
yeah.
time.
They might do like they might follow the WWE like aspect of things. Like you got your lower tier cards, and then maybe like the last two matches you have like heavy hitters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you don't have heavy hitters throughout the whole show.
Exactly, because
You
you
might
want
have
to, and especially since like those heavy hitters obviously involved in big storylines, you don't want to like say, "Oh, this person got injured at a live event," even though it happens once a month. You want to keep them, like not use all of them every week, but just try to use like one or two matches, like you said, one or two matches a week, and that'd be fine.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
I think I think it's gonna be a dope. I think it's a dope idea. I think, especially since they've talked about it. I think it's gonna be good for them. Especially
I-
like I said, they could really they have such a big roster.
yeah,
They could really just shuffle through the cards. Because maybe let's say the Ohio show, right? You give them Moxley, Bryan, and then on the women's side, Britt, right? As and like I'm trying to think of somebody else right now, and like Jade, right? Those are
yeah,
the heavy hitters for that show. The next time they do a show, maybe they give you Claudio and MJF, and for the women, you know what I mean? Like they shifted up that different heavy hitters, so it's not like a month like every month is the same people at the
yeah,
show, because they
and
have a big enough roster that they could do that.
exactly, exactly, and I think it would be cool if like they like did something for their big televised shows, like for example, Grand Slam. I hope it would be cool if they did this, like where they like did one of those house shows the weekend before at Arthur Ashe to kind of like be like, oh, this if you can't make it to Wednesday, here's a Saturday event,
Yeah,
like you said
or even
before.
like a smaller arena,
Yeah,
because
we're small. Yeah, exactly. It
you
doesn't
could
have to
really
be
do
Arthur
like
Ashe, but
Arthur Ashe, and then you could do like depending on nah they're too
there's not really anything around
yeah.
there
I was
though.
gonna say like I was looking like I was thinking about like this the smaller venues, but a lot of them they would they would have too much demand.
Yeah,
Like I was
yeah,
gonna think like Melrose Ballroom, but that place is too small for them.
yeah.
Maybe
But
like if they did a Hammerstein show,
that would be sold out.
I'm so down for AEW to do a Hammerstein show.
Huh.
I think that would be
That'd be
so
insane.
sick.
That'd be insane.
Um, or even bring back a ROH pay per view there.
Oh yeah,
I'll be
that'd be
down for
cool.
that too.
Yeah,
What? I'm down.
that'd be
I haven't
cool.
been at Hammerstein in a while, but yeah, there's
I've
not a
never
lot.
been
Now that
there.
I think
Never
about
been.
it, nah, yo. So I've been to two shows at Hammerstein and then one in the Manhattan Center. I
Okay.
didn't know the Manhattan Center was like on the fucking sixth floor. And the Hammerstein Ballroom, once you get in, right, give
Yeah.
you a ticket, you're on the first floor, right? That's the floor. But then you gotta go up steps if you're like on the balcony and shit. But I think like I forgot because I went for Impact in like 2014 when it was the Hardys versus the Wolves. So
Ooh.
that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Um, and you had to walk to like the fucking. I think it was like
There's no elevators there. I'm
No,
assuming no,
no, because it's
no.
an old building.
Yeah,
So it was
yeah.
like maybe the 7th or 8th floor, or some shit like that, was the Manhattan Center, and it's like you're just fucking going up, going up. That's the only thing that sucks about Manhattan Center.
You know what's cool though? They're bring. I know this is a little bit off topic, but you just reminded me of it.
Oh
But
yeah, what's up?
in 2K, the John Cena mode. You
I
saw
saw
that?
that. I
Yeah.
saw that, and that's gonna make me buy the game by
Mhm.
itself.
Me too. That's why I
You
saw that. I'm
got
like, oh, I gotta buy this.
you got Hammerstein? Get the
Yeah,
fuck out of here! I'm so hyped for that.
I
Game
know.
looks dope.
I know. They
Game
have Raw
looks
Van
dope.
Dam in ECW Arena.
Yeah.
I'm immediately buying. That's the first thing I'm doing. I'm completing that John Cena mode as soon as I fucking get
Yeah,
it.
that game's gonna be sick.
It is.
Well, well, so far what we've seen,
Yeah,
it's probably gonna be the same engine. I don't know why, and people complain every year, and I don't know why. You see all the other sports games.
exactly. It's the same
WWE
thing.
is no different.
Exactly.
Look at 2K, NHL. What the fuck was that? NHL and Madden. They have been the same game for maybe
And
10
the
years
show. The
now.
show too.
And the show, yeah. The last time the show was actually different was when 2K was still around.
Yeah.
Damn, MLB 2K, pretty fire. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I know that's
But
off
like
topic, but
it's
that
the
was
only
pretty fire.
difference
2K.
is though with this WWE is that like they're adding more people to it, which they don't typically do. I mean, it's not like NBA where they just add people to the game and just change their stuff. It's like there's a lot like it's different, but a lot if that makes sense. With WWE games, it's where like you kind
I
of
don't.
have to buy the next one.
I don't know. I don't think so.
But
I
I
feel
get it
like they
because it
just.
is a lot of the same people. But
Yeah,
with
I think
this
they use the
game,
same body types and stuff like that.
yeah. But a lot of people are also off the game too. If you think
Yeah,
about it, so it's
because
just a
that's how
different
they
roster.
get you. They'd be like, "Oh, this year we're gonna have this person as a like Bad Bunny as a playable character." I could care less about playing as Bad Bunny. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? But
really.
guess what? All the Bad Bunny fans are gonna buy that shit
Exactly.
just because of that.
Yeah.
It's the
Exactly.
same way when they announced the NBA 2K with Jordan, the Jordan milestones and stuff.
Yeah.
You know they did that 10 years ago. They're just recycling an idea. But guess what? It catches everybody. I haven't played it on this new system. I haven't played it in a while. Let me get it.
Yeah.
So all the selling tactics.
I know. But that Hammerstein thing when the John
Yeah,
Cena
that got
mode,
me.
that got me.
That got me. That got me.
Yeah.
I haven't bought a WWE 2K game in couldn't even tell you how long.
I got the last two, but before then, I think 2K20 because they skipped 2K21
Yeah.
and it's been straight to 2K22. The last one I bought was 2K20. Before that, I got was
Okay.
2012.
Okay.
Um,
Was the last one the NWO one?
yeah, that was last year's.
I was tempted to buy it.
Me too, but then I was
But
like, I didn't buy the
yeah.
NWO one. I just bought the regular one.
What happened with me was I hadn't gotten my PS5 yet, and then I finally got it, and then I was like, is it worth it? Like I already spent so
Yeah.
much money. Like, is it worth it getting NWO package for $100? Just to, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
I
it's the
didn't
same.
even
It's the same thing
touch it.
with this game. It's like the John Cena. I don't even know what's the difference. They have like three different John Cena covers, and I'm like, what do you
Yeah.
get? What's the difference? I don't know. They didn't
I think the
announce that.
last one, don't you just get all the pre-orders? Like you get all three playable characters of him.
Like the Thugonomics, I
Yeah,
guess.
but
I'm
like
not
I
sure.
feel like that would be in the game anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I'm just
right?
yeah, because if I know in with the Rey Mysterio one in last year's game, every time you win like a match, you get that version of Rey Mysterio. So I feel like if they
Okay, yeah,
include,
you would think John Cena's the
yeah,
same thing. So
then
what does the deluxe give you?
exactly. I don't know. Bad Bunny, which is like again, only Bad Bunny fans might buy
Nah,
that one. I don't know.
you get Bad Bunny and Hardy, so you could do Bad Bunny versus Hardy.
Yeah,
Oh
Hardy.
man, did you see that performance? Holy
Yes.
shit!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Then
I saw such like I've never seen such a half and half reaction. Like if you looked up at the time that the Royal Rumble was happening and you were just looking at the hashtag on Twitter, it was like I never want to hear this song again, or thank you WWE for showing me Hardy. And it's just like such a half and half, and I was like, I don't
it
know,
was
man,
it
that's
was
bad. It was
weird.
bad. It was
It
bad.
was
They took the ropes off for him.
I was gonna say like that was weird. Like why would they take the ropes off? Like what was the point of that?
Like, why did you need the whole like ring setup?
I don't know,
You could
man.
have really had him in the ring with a mic and a guitar. I don't know. You didn't need that whole fucking setup.
They could
Dude
have
looked
done
like
it
he was
from the
about to do a whole
stage.
fucking concert.
They could have done it from the
They
fucking
could have done
stage
it from the stage.
because they didn't use much. Like the only risk with the having Hardy singing in the ring with the ropes off was like, what if they didn't tight the ropes enough for the main event? You know, like what if like Roman Reigns or Kevin Owens were to go do like they use the rope or something and it breaks? Then it's like, oh, now you took off the ropes.
You got professionals, man.
Yeah,
They
but it's
set
like
that up.
still they
They
could have been
set
like a
that up
risk.
crazy.
Yeah, it still could have been a risk because they still
That's
could have like
true.
broken off
It's
because
true.
they had to take it off the
Yeah.
literally fucking a concert. It could have happened
Too
literally in the
much.
beginning of the show.
Yeah, too much weight goes on it. Like if they both try and do something off the top rope and that shit just
Yeah,
fucking snap. That'd be crazy. Wait, so talking about what did you think of the Royal Rumble?
I thought it was decent. I don't think it was the best show I've ever seen, but it
Yeah.
was decent for what it was.
Can I just say the women fucking I texted you this too.
Yeah,
They shitted on the men.
yeah,
They shitted so hard on the men. Like no offense. But like, come on. When the women's rumble is being talked more about, come on. Did you see that finish?
yeah.
Did you see the surprises? We got NXT people.
Exactly.
We
And
got
I called it. And I
legends.
called it last week too. Didn't I say
Yeah.
Roxanne and Indy were going to be
Yeah.
in it? Yeah.
We
It
got
was more.
legends.
It
We
was
got
entertaining.
modern people. We had a great ass finish that made me so nervous when Rhea fell off. I was like,
Hmm.
oh shit.
I
They're
thought her
gonna
feet
go
touched the
with
floor.
Liv. I
Yeah.
was like, they're gonna go with Liv, and then the kick up to just the beautiful ending.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Beautiful ending. I didn't think she was gonna take that bump. I was like, there's no way. And I saw her like swing her body over. I said, no
Yeah.
way. I was like, no way they're doing this right now. And Liv took it like a G.
Yeah, she
Shout out
did.
to her, man.
Yeah,
They
shout
were
out to
1
her.
and 2, right?
They were 1 and 2. That's the even cooler part.
Ooh.
The thing
We got
was though,
yeah.
was number 30. That was the only letdown. It was going so good,
Wait
so
for who?
good.
For the women?
Yeah,
Did
it
you
was
also
going.
see that they didn't even have a countdown for
They
it?
exact that messed it up. I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm just sitting there. Who's 30? And then all of a sudden, I hear the theme song. I'm like,
The
where's the
most
countdown? I'm like, what
the
the?
most botched wrestler got a botched entrance. It's
Yeah.
so crazy that happened.
How
Like,
ironic was that?
It said 10, and then all of a sudden I saw the purple, like, with the clouds and the
Yeah.
fucking name. I was like, oh, shit, they
Oh
fucked
God,
up. I was like, they fucked
that was
up.
so funny. I thought of that afterwards, and I'm like, how ironic did they botch an entrance for the
Bro,
most botched wrestler?
it's crazy. And now I guess she's back,
I don't know if
right?
she's. I don't, here's the
She
thing. I
has
don't.
merch.
I was thinking because she had. I mean, again, SmackDown didn't happen yet, but she didn't even appear on Raw.
Nah, but she might on SmackDown.
Yeah, let's see if she's done on SmackDown. Maybe she's like part time. I guess.
Maybe.
Maybe she's like she'll show up here and there, wrestle, not like a full storyline or
Yeah,
something.
that is true.
But sometimes they do that like for people who show up once too. Like, not a lot of times, but like some once in a while they
Yeah,
do something
but
like that.
usually, like, if they're, like, a legend, not
Yeah,
Nia Jax. You know what I mean? Michelle McCool
yeah.
didn't even get merch.
I know that was that
Shout
was a
out to
cool
me.
entrance.
I see.
That was a
I
cool.
told you too. You were like, "Who you excited to see as a surprise?" I told you,
Yeah.
Michelle McCool from the
And that was
crowd
a dope one
too.
because
Come
when I saw
on.
her in the beginning of the night in the crowd, I'm like, she's obviously there, but probably once the Roman's match starts, she's probably gonna go back there.
Yeah,
I didn't even notice she was still in the crowd, you
I
know.
didn't
But
notice
then,
that either. I saw her at the beginning, and I was like, why is she on that side?"
yeah, that was so random. I was like,
And
they
my
usually
brother,
have them in like the middle, like right behind
yeah.
commentary.
And then my brother was like, "Yo, why is Taker not out there?" I said, "He's not gonna be among us peasants. That homie's backstage." He was like, "You think he's in the Rumble?" I said, "No shot, no
No,
shot." But then we got nervous because then they said we're starting off with the men's Rumble. I said, "There's no way this was about to happen."
yeah,
But thank goodness that didn't happen. But yeah, number 30 on both Rumbles were pretty fucking trash. Can I just say?
I didn't mind Cody at number 30 though.
At 30, bro. At 30. At
Who would
30.
you would have had at 30 then?
I'd rather him start at number 1. You basically just gave him the Rumble. At least if him and
He was
Gunther
winning it
were
anyways. If he started at 1,
Yeah,
2, 3,
but
4,
like
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
yes,
10.
but the mindset, I think that's what, because a lot of people were mad about that because you basically shitted on everybody in the Rumble, right? Because this man's been away for what, 9 months?
Yeah,
A whole pregnancy, right?
probably.
Hasn't interacted with nobody. All of a sudden, just number 30. We didn't have no like not even like a little thing backstage where they get their numbers and stuff. I think they did it online, but Cody didn't do his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why number 30? I didn't understand that. It made him look like a chump, I feel. It
I
fucked
mean,
it up for me.
mm,
We knew he was going to win, but it fucked it up. Because I was like, are they really giving him 30? And we kept going. Because at 20, I was like, he should have been out by now.
the thing is though, like I love the interaction with Gunther. Gunther is a
Oh, no,
fucking
yeah, it
that
was
whole thing with
dope.
Gunther I loved. But the thing was like I don't know if I said this last episode, but the one thing that I kind of um gives me like I don't know how to explain it, but just doesn't sit right with me. Like it's cool when someone from the number 1 or 2 spot goes far. I love when that
Yeah,
happens. But the thing is, I think they're making it easier now for people to do that. We've seen Rhea Ripley and Liv the last two, and they were the first two started.
yeah,
Um, Gunther was the first one in the men's, and he lasted the entire thing. Edge won it at number 1 like 2 years ago.
yeah,
Bianca was number 3 that same year. They're
yeah.
making it easier now for number 1 and 2 to win it, and it's like
I don't think easier,
it's like back then it was
but those
rare.
guys got a story. Edge,
Yeah,
you had the story that he was number 1. Wow.
yeah,
Cody
but it
came
was
out the
I
next
was
day. It was like, dope. Cody won the Royal Rumble. You know what number he came out at? Last.
but
Yeah,
the thing
dope. He had
is
such a challenge.
The thing is, though, is it was rare that someone lasted that long, and it's
No,
making it
yeah.
more often now. And it's like now you have people winning it at that spot, like it's easy. You know
So
what I
would
mean?
you? I would have even taken him at number 8. Something
I mean,
before
yeah. I mean, if it
10.
was like 15,
Something
like somebody did
before.
10 to 20.
Nah, I say something before 10. You have this guy out for 9 months. He's supposed to be your top guy. Hasn't interacted with anybody. Last time we saw him, he was fucking. He had that shit on his chest, right?
Yeah,
Now you're like, wow, this guy has to get through this whole Royal Rumble to like get to main event of Mania. Wow, what he has to overcome some obstacles. There was probably like fucking 5 guys out there when he got out there.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it was like, come on. At least, like I don't know. That's how I looked at it. I was like, you're really good. Like I would have been fine with anything above 10
yeah,
because you still have to struggle.
yeah,
After 20, still gotta struggle. After 25, it's kind of you're the freshest person.
yeah.
Because he basically told me Gunther only lost because he wasn't as fresh as Cody. Because he was beating his ass at the
Exactly.
you
Yeah,
know what I mean? So
yeah,
like you're basically telling me the only reason Cody won was because he was the freshest wrestler when it was the last 2 people.
yeah. I
You know what I mean?
understand.
That's how
Yeah,
I looked at it. I was like, why do that? I
yeah.
don't know. But maybe that's just me.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, I thought it was fine. I mean, I wasn't like there was some spots that were cool. I just the
No,
thing
yeah, there
was
was cool
though,
spots. Like even Logan Paul came out before him.
yeah,
What are we doing? What are we
yeah,
doing? And then we got to 29 and I was like, wow, they really did it. They really just like and then he comes out, gets his fucking big ass pyro, and then basically you're like, wow, I wonder who the fuck's gonna win this match.
exactly.
Like, no one else got pyro but him. Okay, wow, I wonder. There's 5 people left. I wonder who I should cheer for.
Exactly. Yeah.
They pissed me off, bro. That's the only thing that like we knew was happening, but what pisses me off is that they know, we know, and they're like basically there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? Like this is our choice. It's over. It's kind of like the Roman shit a couple years ago. It was like we know like at least Cody people wanted, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not as bad, but like even the Roman was like, we know you don't want this. But we
Exactly.
know you know it's gonna happen. We know you know there's nothing you can do about it. Like you did it once with Daniel Bryan, and you saw how that turned out. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna happen again. That's a once in a lifetime thing. It's like with the Sammy thing, with like the Sammy situation we talked about last week. I thought Sammy should be main eventing Mania.
Yeah.
The man's been killing.
I still think it
What a
could happen.
moment.
Yeah, I still think it possibly could happen.
Nah, so this is my prediction. You ready? This is my prediction. He's gonna get the title match at Elimination Chamber That's gonna be like the main event in his home country. Woo woo woo. That's where Jay is gonna show his alliance, like allegiance to the bloodline, and cost Sammy the match. They're gonna beat down on Sammy. Kevin Owens is gonna save him. Finish the show with a big pop. Crowd going crazy. Them in the ring, bloodline on the stage. That's how we set up Owens and Zayn versus the Usos at Mania.
That should be an event night 1.
It should. Nah, but they'll give it to the women. The women Royal Rumble gotta have at least one night.
Yeah. It has to be co-main event though. It cannot start. It cannot. If it starts a Mania, that would be
to
pissed
be
off.
honest, that's gonna be a banger.
I mean, it is.
I
Yeah.
don't think they would put it. I don't think they would have it open the show. They wouldn't have it co-main event because the crowd is gonna get tired.
Yeah.
You rather the crowd get tired before fucking Sheamus versus Gunther than before the women's Royal Rumble main. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Winner
Yeah.
versus a champion.
Yeah, that's true. You need like a break in between.
Yeah. So I think, and what if you're not first, you'd rather be main event. You know what I mean? If you're not main event, you probably want to kick off the show.
But it's
so
gonna.
Why not kick it off with one of the hottest angles you have?
The reason why I say that like I think they should at least co-main event or main event is because it kind of feels like that Jericho Kevin Owens thing that happened in 2017, to where like they were the biggest storyline at that time and they went first at a Mania.
Yeah.
So like they deserve a bigger spotlight than that.
Do.
But it's like
I
don't know. That's why I said they should at least get towards the end because it probably means more. But I get why they would start it off in the beginning of one of the nights. However, it's like it's a fresh and you want to start off Mania with the bang.
Yeah. So what sucks is that even though it's the best angle you got, it has your biggest star there. Whether WWE wants to admit it or not. You know what I mean? That their biggest star is in that match. Now, you can have it co-main event, but it would have to be the title match. It would have to be Roman and Cody.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the crowd would be so... If the crowd's going to be, like, hype after that tag match. Because you know they're going to kill it.
Okay. Yeah.
Kevin and Sammy as tag teams always incredible. The Usos always incredible. Put two tag teams that always have great matches together, and you're gonna get a banger.
Yeah.
So, if you have it co-main event, you have to have it before the title match. But I think that's gonna take too much away from the crowd for the main event. People are gonna get tired, and when the main event comes, it's gonna be kind of like I'm trying to think of like a show that happened that recently. Damn, I can't think of something. It's kind of like I'll use the classic example of Hogan versus Rock at 18, right? Should have main evented. A lot of people forget it did not main event. A lot of people forget that Triple H versus Jericho went on last. Now, if you watch that, the crowd is dead. Why? Because they just saw one of the best matches in Mania history with The Rock and Hogan. Now, I'm not comparing the Usos and them to fucking Rock and Hogan, but he's your hottest act right now, and people want to see him win. So people are going to react with passion and be cheering for him. And if they're cheering all match for a 25-minute match, they're going to be tired for the next match. They're not going to really want to cheer. They're going to kind of want to relax. And if you put that before the title match, kind of a dud to Daniel Bryan. I mean, Daniel Bryan to Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I see.
Because like stuff like that, like the last one I remember, but it's just because I was a Taker. Like Taker is still my guy.
That WrestleMania 30 moment.
WrestleMania 30. I couldn't enjoy the main event.
Yeah.
Because of what happened. Because he lost his streak. Now, was that excessive? Yeah, but guess what? Undertaker was my guy, so I was depressed.
But the thing is, though, too, like in that same example, let's say if that did go on last, right? Would that have been kind of predictable? Like, why is it going on last? Taker must be losing.
Oh no, of course. That's a bad example. I'm just. Most examples like Rock and Hogan.
So it's about placement, like where.
Because if you put it before Roman and Cody, people are gonna be like, we do not care. We just saw the guy we wanted to cheer for
Exactly.
win his title, and we used our energy for him. So
Yeah.
entertain us. You know
Then
what I
it'll
mean?
give you like
Entertain
2 hours
us.
to get the energy back, and then get hype with Roman and
Exactly.
Cody.
So you want them to kick it off. You
Yeah.
want them to kick it off. What happens is then there's other pay per views that's like every match was a banger, so it was like you really had no choice. Or you do something that you put in the middle of the show, and then you gotta find something that's kind of like slow to like pace it out. Maybe you get Hardy to perform again. You could do
They'll
that
get you
because
want to
like
leave again.
yeah, because like I always think of like because I think WrestleMania 17 is the most stacked WrestleMania ever, right? But they put like a fucking gimmick battle royal in between the main event, Triple H and Undertaker, and then the TLC. So they did the TLC, and then they did the fucking gimmick battle royal to like cool everybody down, and was like,
Yeah.
all right, let's react. Let's relax, guys. Everybody catch your energy again. Use the bathroom, go get some snacks, and then come back. We're gonna do Undertaker and Triple H, and then Rock and Austin.
Yeah.
So it was like you need those breaks. And actually, I think it was TLC, Gimmick Battle Royal, Triple H and Taker, and then I think they did like a women's match. But that was when women's matches, let's be honest, guys, that was
We're
when
in
women's
the
matches were breaks, okay?
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Not a lot of people were fans. You know what I mean? Like, it was
Exactly.
just, it is what it is. It's
Well,
different now. It's
we're-
different now. They made eventing now.
What are your thoughts on that match though? Now Rhea Ripley challenging
I'm
Charlotte.
I'm 50-50 on it. I
Me
like
too.
the long-term storytelling. I don't. I think they missed the ball on getting the Bianca Rhea match, like the NXT people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
what
The
about
thing
you?
is with me is like I get like that is I feel like either way would have been perfect because like, if they would have gone with Bianca, also would have been a great match. If they
Yeah,
would have gone to Charlotte, also would have been a great match. The thing is the I don't want to say the negative, but the best thing I could think of the right they didn't go with Bianca is because I think because I've always mentioned this because Rhea won the number one contenders match for Money in the Bank. She couldn't compete. She never got the match.
yeah,
And that could have been a part of the storyline that she never got her shot. But that's the thing. She didn't win a number one contenders match to face Bianca. Technically, because she is a champion, yes, but it wasn't a match to face Bianca. It was a match to face for the Raw Women's Championship. She could face anybody who's the
yeah,
Raw Women's Champion. It doesn't have to be now. It doesn't have to be anytime soon. It could be whenever she wants.
yeah,
So technically, they can hold off on that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They can wait a
Most
little bit longer
definitely.
for that match. It doesn't have to be right away. But
And
that's why I think this whole Charlotte thing will be okay. Cool. It's different. She could win the SmackDown belt. I feel like she'll win it. But it's continuing. They're finishing that chapter. It's probably like a revenge storyline. I don't mind it.
yeah, most definitely. I'm down with it. I think it's gonna be a killer match. I think they did it a little too early, because like Charlotte's defending her belt on Friday on
Yeah,
SmackDown,
yeah,
so like you already know that she's not losing it for till Mania.
yeah.
They kind of like gave it away. They should have did it after Chamber, have her pick somebody. But I
And
guess you
wait,
want to set up the
another thing though.
storyline. What's up?
This is kind of off topic, but they have Oscar came back as Kana.
Yeah, super hype about that.
That's
Super
cool.
hype about that.
And I
I'm
wouldn't
down with
mind that too against Bianca. I wouldn't mind if Oscar faced up against Bianca at Mania. That's also a dope match.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Bianca still got the belt. Um,
Yeah, you
well
thought
that
Alexa was gonna win.
well that match didn't help anybody, but yeah. What did you think of the lights out match?
It was weird. I mean, also something I have like a 50-50 thought on because like
What's up?
it was weird. I felt like a lot of the other matches that weren't the Rumble, besides the main event, was kind of rushed. Um, I think it
Yeah.
was because of the timing and how long they went the Rumbles for.
Yo,
It felt like
hour and a half. The first Rumble finished at 9:30, bro.
yeah. So that's why I think they kind of had to like get it, going and kind of had to rush that pitch black match. So I
Yeah,
kind of felt like if it was like a different pay-per-view, maybe I have a different thought on it.
yeah,
That was the only thing. I wasn't expecting it to be like a glow in the dark type of thing.
yeah. It looked like it was like
Very colorful.
what
I
they
don't know
call
why.
that I forgot what's the name of the light.
Glow stick.
Yeah, like whatever that is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. But yeah, I'm confused with that storyline.
I
Cause
hope
like
it's done.
he beat LA Knight, right? Put him on the thing, and then how he jumped off.
Yeah.
But why was Howdy helping Bray? Last time we saw Howdy with Bray, he gave him an sister Abigail.
Yeah. So
So what's up? What's
I
up
don't
with
know.
that?
I just hope I just hope
What's
this
up with
thing.
that?
I
Okay.
just hope this storyline is done
Yeah.
because I kind of just want to see what the next thing is
And
for
what's
him.
going on with Alexa? Like she lost, and then they did the whole thing on the screen, and then nothing. It faded to black.
I don't know. They didn't even do anything for her on Raw.
No.
Um, I'm not sure what they have planned for
Shout out,
this.
shout out Triple H.
I,
Let's
I
go.
the thing is, like, I'm thinking that it's gonna tie into something for Mania,
It's gotta.
unless something big is happening to where Bo Dallas does reveal himself as Uncle Howdy, or maybe Alexa goes back
It's
to
gonna,
being herself.
it's gonna be like James Ellsworth or some
And
shit. It's
Matt,
not even gonna be
dude,
Bo
if that
Dallas.
happens, if it's James Ellsworth as Uncle Howdy,
It was
oh
me.
god.
It was me, Wyatt. It was me all along.
Oh man. But there was a lot of good surprises too. Like if you think about it, there's a lot of good surprises that came out of the Rumble. We've
The women's,
seen,
right? Yeah.
yeah, especially the
Women's
women's.
was
Yeah,
dope. Yeah.
Chelsea Green came back. Loved. I'm already loving this whole gimmick change thing for Chelsea Green. I love it already.
Yeah. She's doing like the let me talk to your manager
Yeah, the
shit.
Karen stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like Piper Niven is back too. By the way, that's
Super
awesome.
dope. Super dope. Thank
I wasn't
God they
expecting her to show
got
up.
rid of that name.
Yes, thankfully. I hated Dewdrop. God
And they
damn, I
kept
hate
trying to drop it on commentary. I was like, can you stop? Like,
Yeah,
that's it. It's over. Piper. That's it. It's over.
exactly. They were
Shout out
saying like, oh,
McAfee. Yeah,
dropped it. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
shout out McAfee coming back.
Yes.
Let's talk about it real quick. My son Corey was trying super hard at the beginning of the show. If you listen to the Royal Rumble, the man is trying so hard to get jokes off. It's
Yeah.
sad. It was like,
Yeah.
I was like, bro, stop.
He was
Like,
trying to roast him too. It was like,
yeah,
yo, relax.
like I was sitting listening. I was like, Corey, just
Shut
shut
up,
the
man.
fuck up. Like, yeah, like shut up, man. Like,
Oh
oh
god.
man, he was trying so hard. He finally got better later in the night, but was like by the time the women's came on, they were in flow. But like
Yeah.
the whole men's match, it was like they were trying to top each other. But like Corey thought that, but McAfee was just like, and Corey just stood at one level, and it was like, yo, stop trying so hard, like.
And the thing with like it was a surprise that Pat McAfee came out. Apparently, Michael Cole and Corey didn't know that he was coming out.
Really?
Yeah. So
Oh, so
like
maybe that's why it was just like,
it felt awkward because I think they weren't prepared for him to come out.
yeah, because he probably had lines already set up like to say about people, and
Yeah. Probably use it all on that.
McAfee is just, yo, he's up there, man. He's a good speaker.
He is. He
He's
is.
a
I love
good
him.
speaker. He's awesome.
I love when like every time someone came out in the men's rumble, he was like roasting them. That's what I like. Something like that is cool because like you
Nah,
don't
yeah,
see a commentary just attacking a person.
yeah, exactly. Like when he was calling out Baron Corbin and stuff. Awesome. It's
Yeah,
cool back to like before he left with the
exactly.
bum ass Corbin shit.
And I love the fact that where like he didn't know what happened in the last couple of months. Like when Uncle Howdy came
Yeah,
out, he was like, "Who's that?"
I
Yeah,
like that they did that. I like that
yeah,
he did that. Who knows if it's true? It might be
exactly.
the
Yeah.
McAfee.
He could have
might
not paid
be
attention all along.
Yeah, he might not be. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
The thing
who
is, though, too,
knows?
like from what I also heard is that they try to give Pat McAfee an entrant in the Rumble, but he declined it because apparently he wasn't in shape.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what he said.
I
But
got it.
that's
Yeah,
what they
he
did
probably
in the
didn't want
beginning.
to do it.
Yeah,
So he was probably like, "Yo, just let me commentate." Like,
yeah, and it
let's
was
do
cool.
this.
It was
Yeah,
still a
it was.
surprise. It was still a surprise. It was awesome.
I think they dropped the ball with this also. Monday night, a comeback happened, a return
Carmella?
with Boogs. Carmella
Oh,
did come back with
yeah, go ahead. Boogs, yeah.
Why Raw?
Yeah, they could have done it. They could have taken
Why
Booker
not?
T out of there.
Why? Please take Booker T out of there.
Yeah.
Why was he limping to the ring also? But that's another story. That's another fucking.
Yeah.
Why was he limping? But you missed the opportunity on having Boogs in the Rumble, and having McAfee put him over the fucking moon.
Yeah,
He came out on Monday and no one cared.
exactly.
And then I don't know. I was just like they should have him come out at the Rumble and have McAfee just go crazy over him, because that will pump everybody up about him again. You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean? We haven't seen him since Mania. Like,
Yeah, and the thing is, too, with Boogs, it's like they had him go on a Raw, which I hope Shinsuke goes back to Raw.
Yeah, like
because
why
I
didn't he
think
come out? Yeah, like I
it
think
was, that was a great pairing. You know what I mean? Like it's just weird seeing like Boogs
and
doing the air guitar stuff and just doing that around the ring. And I'm like, it's only
yeah,
cool when he was with Nakamura. I think he
yeah,
could.
and Nakamura was backstage with him, wasn't he? Or
I'm not
no?
sure. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not
No,
sure about
no,
that.
no, no. They had a Elias with them.
Uh,
It was Elias, him, and Street Profits.
I mean, it'd be cool if like they did an Elias versus Rick Boogs feud because they're both like musical things. But like,
Yeah. Well,
bring back Nakamura
that's
for
gonna
him.
be the storyline for next week because
Probably.
that's the match I believe.
Maybe that's something that could get Boogs over. Maybe
Maybe.
that's the thing that gets
Yeah.
him over. I don't know. I'm not
Yo.
sure.
Also, how you feel about the Elimination Chamber?
The United States Championship, it's all right. I mean, like it's like I guess it's something different that they're trying. I don't know if they're.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would
what
like to
else are
see
they
the
gonna do? They have
IC
nothing else
one. I
for
would
anyway.
like the IC one.
Yeah,
I
because
think that
they
would.
have nothing else to do anyways for the men. You know, we
Yeah.
already have a challenger for the undisputed championships. That's already done.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're gonna put Roman Reigns in the chamber.
No, no shot, no shot.
I don't think if you
You
want
already
Charlotte.
almost you already put him in war games, and that almost ended up.
Exactly. And you had Charlotte already have a challenger. The only
Yeah,
thing you could do is the Women's Raw Championship, then I guess the US title. There's
yeah.
nothing else you could do,
I
really.
what I hated though was that they announced it like I got an alert
Me too.
early.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you make that like a Raw announcement so that I have to watch Raw?
exactly.
Like, why do I have to watch tonight now?
Yeah,
Because you're having qualifying matches. We all know it's gonna be a Triple H guy filled chamber.
yeah,
And I didn't even watch Raw, and I said that. And then I watched Raw, and I said I was fucking right. You got
yeah,
Theory, Rollins, Gargano, right,
yeah.
and Reed. And then next week you have who's fighting?
Priest and Dawkins, and then you have Montez and somebody else.
That you know Montez is going in,
Yeah,
and I think Priest is going in.
yeah.
It's gonna be a Triple H guy
Winning it.
chamber. Like we
Yeah,
know it. You know what I mean? And then they were like, "Oh yeah, Ziggler versus Reed." I said, "Oh yeah, real fucking convincing." You're
yeah,
gonna fucking tell me you're gonna put Ziggler in the chamber? Okay.
for real.
I feel, they think we're so like they know that you know what's gonna happen. You can't do nothing about it.
Exactly.
That's what it is, man. Fucking Triple H, man. But it's cool. We'll see what happens with that. I love Theory. I think they should just keep the belt on him.
But
But
that's
this is gonna
that's
get him his this is gonna get him his storyline for Mania.
I think that's how it's gonna set up at least.
Yeah.
Because I think for the chamber, there's a lot of like different scenarios that you can have in the last two. I'm thinking Theory's gonna retain it, but you could definitely have like a Montez be the last one because everyone loves him. People can root
Yeah.
for him. That's gonna be like his big push, I guess. But then if he loses, it's like, oh, he gets mad again, like he's done tag matches. Maybe he's a very close to turning heel on Dawkins.
Yeah.
But then you also have Gargano be the last one with Theory and continue that storyline for Mania. Um, or they could definitely do something.
There's a lot you could do.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know,
I,
but I think eventually whoever was the last, um, or the last one left with Theory is probably gonna be in that end up
yeah.
doing something for a storyline.
Question: did they say anything about Lashley on Monday? I feel like I did not notice anything. Like, is he in the chamber?
No,
No, right?
no, he came
So
out with the Theory segment, but they didn't announce what he was doing.
yeah, so I'm really hoping him and Brock happen
It has to happen
at Chamber.
at Chamber. I thought I was
At
gonna say at Mania.
Chamber, nah, at Chamber. I changed my mind on the Mania match for Brock.
It's gonna be Gunther. You think?
Yeah,
How that would be cool.
I would have Lashley beat Brock. You could do it cleanly or cheating, whatever. Maybe Brock gets distracted or something. But you have Bobby beat him, and then you have Gunther and Sheamus instead of at Mania, do it at Chamber. Have him drop the title to Sheamus. So at Mania you could do Sheamus and McIntyre for the belt. Mania you could do Walter and Brock, or Gunther and Brock, and you have Gunther beat Brock,
Damn.
and then show up on Raw the next day and say, hey, Cody, listen, bud. Not only was I number one and lasted to the last number in the Rumble, you came in for 5 minutes and then beat me. I was in there for a fucking hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then fucking conquered the Beast last night. You think you gonna hold on to that title very
Yeah.
much, like much longer? I think you're fucking bugging. And that's how you fucking give Cody a storyline after Mania.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Rather than doing the fucking Seth versus Rollins, which I think that's what they're gonna go with. But do Gunther and Cody. And then now you decide, does Cody keep the belt for a while? Or
Yeah.
does Gunther win at the UK at Money in the Bank?
Maybe. Who knows? Because the thing is,
And
though,
then you
like,
give, because what a baby face thing to do, lose outside of the US. The
yeah.
American Nightmare lost his belt in the UK.
Yeah.
What does he do? He wins it back at fucking, I don't know, SummerSlam or some shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
Gunther a little run, see how it goes, test it out. He doesn't have to have a long title run. You let him. When's Money in the Bank?
I think June, July, maybe.
Okay,
One of those two.
I'm hoping it's June, so you can
Yeah.
give him a summer run, and then he loses at SummerSlam, and you get the big Cody this thing whatever, and then that's when you could do Cody and Rollins
I think,
going into the winter.
although that would be a cool thing to do if, like, you have Gunther drop the belt at Chamber and then go like you said, 1-on-1 against Brock at
Yeah,
Mania.
and then just stands over him, and
Yeah.
then shows up on Raw and challenges for the belt. He's
Exactly.
just beat Brock. That's it.
But
That's the final boss before the title.
I still want that IC title ladder match at Mania.
Oh no,
I still want that.
Okay, so put fucking Sheamus in a ladder match.
Yeah, but Shane. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool. That's
I'm
true.
fine with that. I'm
Yeah,
fine with that.
that's
I just
something.
need Gunther not holding the belt by Mania.
Cause yeah. I mean, although I would want it'd be cool to still see him as champion. Cause like it's a long title reign. I think he's
Oh no, yeah,
passed somebody or he's going to pass somebody.
but don't worry, Nick. You'll see another
Yeah.
title on him very soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then maybe that's how you split the belts. Maybe Cody beats him for just a WWE championship.
Yeah. That's what
Maybe you do the draft in like after Money in the Bank. So he
Split them up.
goes to
Raw.
He goes to Raw. No, Cody's gonna be on Raw. You go to Smack. He gets drafted to SmackDown, but Cody's still number one contender. But Cody's on Raw, so he can't fight for the SmackDown belt for the Universal, but he could fight for the WWE Championship. And boom, you split. Yo, WWE fucking hire me, bro. I just separated your titles for you. And I kept the belt on Gunther too.
Yeah.
Yo, somebody fucking
They should
hire
do
me,
that
bro.
anyways.
Hire
They should
me.
they should do that anyway because they've been doing that for the tag
Yes.
belts anyways.
Yeah, so
Have someone just
so whoever's champion, I feel like the number one contender should get like do a draft,
their only
and the
belt.
number one contender goes to the other show, but you can't go for both belts.
Exactly.
Only
Exactly.
go for
They got to bring back the draft though.
yeah.
That's the
yo.
thing that's confusing people because this whole thing with the women's elimination chamber. Although I'm hyped for that match for the women's, it's kind of weird how they have like Raquel Rodriguez in there,
Yeah.
from SmackDown. And I forgot who else. I think someone else from SmackDown's on it too. Which is again, I like the match. It's pretty cool that they have all of them in there. But it's just if again, it's
Yeah.
kind of weird. But I know and I understand it for like Rhea Ripley to choose a SmackDown belt when she's a Raw superstar because that's always happened with Rumble winners.
Exactly, yeah.
But that one makes sense. But for the Elimination Chamber for the Raw one, keep it with Raw.
Yeah.
At
Or
least.
maybe they just do the draft after. Right now they're not
Yeah.
playing with draft rules, but I think a draft is coming.
I think so.
I'm just not sure when, but it's not happening until after Mania.
I think as
So
of right now, they're just
everybody's just shifting around, and then after Mania, I think that's when they're gonna be like, Triple H is gonna put his foot on the gas and be like, okay, we're doing the draft, and like we're gonna go with it this time. We're not gonna make rules how you could trade people and how what was that called? The wild card rule,
Wild
where
card
two
rule, yeah.
people or three people could show up to the other
Anytime.
fucking show.
Yeah,
Fuck that rule. With having a draft, where you're drafted is where you at,
exactly.
right? Like, come
Yeah.
on.
The
I
thing
think
is too is like um what was I gonna say? I just lost my train of thought. I was just gonna say something. Damn,
you
I
can.
forgot. But
Okay, so let me talk real quick while you think of it.
yeah,
They need to do the draft because the last time they did a draft that was very successful was the last time that they had a poppin' ass year, which was 2016.
2016. Yeah,
What a year that was. What a year. I recently saw a clip of the hype up for Survivor Series for the 5-on-5.
yeah,
Wow, there's a lot of heavy hitters there.
yeah.
A lot. That was the segment with Ellsworth with you just made the
Jericho.
list. Yeah, Vince
Yeah.
McMahon. Yeah. What a
Well, what I was gonna say was
go ahead.
so with this whole Triple H starting his position, right?
Yeah.
He kind of started. And I said this a while back. How Triple H kind of just started in the middle of like a hype for a pay per view. I think he started like the
Yeah.
week before Clash or SummerSlam,
Yeah.
and that was like a bad timing because you have storylines
Storyline.
to finish,
Yeah.
storylines to continue. This person doing this person doing that, this person wanted to return, this person resigning with the company. So it's kind of like he's getting things together. I think once this year's Mania is up, I think he's gonna be like, okay, now I want things to be organized. I want this, to be headed in this certain direction, so that way it's less confusing for the fans, for the audience, and I think it'll be more clear the way he sees things instead
Yeah.
of seeing like, let's just like, figure things out first. I think you have a better sense of where he's gonna head the direction with the company and creative. And I think, like you said before, the draft that's gonna like start it all.
Yeah.
Now the draft happened. We know who's on which brand. We know which title is split up. Obviously, with the WWE and the Raw tag team belts and women's stuff like that. Now we get to see like this is what's happening. This is on whose show. Now we can continue with the creative stuff.
Facts. I think it's gonna be dope once because now, like you said, he's gonna get a clean slate
Yeah,
and see what he can build up. Let's see what happens.
we gotta wait. I hope. I hope so. They
It's gonna
gotta
be good.
announce
It's
that
gonna
like
be
probably
good.
the week before Mania to be like, hey, next week is the draft.
I think they'll announce it at Mania. I think it'll be like a commercial.
Yeah, probably maybe like night one they hype it up.
Yeah.
So be like, oh, 2 nights from now is the draft.
They'll be like the draft April 17th or some shit.
Or
Whatever.
it doesn't have to be the exact week after, probably like 2 weeks after.
No, yeah.
So like I think they used to do that back before, like the two not the following night, but the
Or they'll do it the night after. Did you see? Did you see what's coming up after Mania?
no, I didn't see it.
WrestleMania Backlash, man.
They announced it.
Yeah, they put
Dang, I
up
thought
the
they got rid of
put up
that.
the sign with like the film roll that they have, the logo they have. This shit
Yeah.
says Backlash at the bottom.
Dang, I didn't even see
Everything's
that.
gold on top, and then the blue Backlash. I was like, this is fucking disgusting. Can you just call it Backlash?
Exactly, it's called a backlash. I don't understand.
They think they're gonna get more views because it has the name WrestleMania in it. I don't
Yeah.
think it's gonna work.
The
It's
thing
not
is
gonna-
too is like the reason why I said they should do the draft 2 weeks later is because I think they should bring back like the Raw and SmackDown after Mania, that hype up that they do with
Yeah.
it. They bring like a return, a debut, or something.
I'm trying to
So that
think
way
what
it's like
happened last year, night after Mania.
I don't remember
crazy,
last
right?
year's.
Yeah.
I don't think no, I don't think so. Nothing big
It
happened.
sucks that we have to say that. Like, I don't remember last year's.
Yeah,
I think the most popping one was 2020.
probably
2020, yeah.
what happened in
They
2020.
said, you didn't even see what happened last night. There was a fucking title match after Mania. The real main event. Fucking Big Show.
Big Show, yeah,
They were like,
yeah.
you missed it.
You missed it, yeah.
What a show. They threw that bomb on us.
Really, that sucked.
Yeah, that was
That-
bad.
I always
Now-
forget about that. Oh, wait.
Real talk, real quick. Sammy fucking Zayn.
What a fucking
What a moment. What a pop. It
yeah.
it proved to me that my theory wasn't wrong on people wanting to see Sammy fight Roman.
Yeah.
Could have won the Rumble. You could have had that pop at the Rumble. What a highlight that would have been.
Yeah.
To see everybody, because like Cody got a pop, but like it wasn't as big because like everybody was in on it.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, he's winning. Like they're gonna give us him versus Gunther the last 10 minutes, but we know what's happening. Like they were
Yeah.
fighting for a while. And
Yeah,
I
they
was
were.
like,
They
yo,
were
they're
going in.
really. I was like, they're really just fucking with us. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
swerve us. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
There were times
when
where I was like, Gunther's probably gonna win this now.
which would
Watch.
have been so crazy if they would have swerved us and Gunther would have just like fucking elbowed him off the top rope and he would have fell.
Exactly.
And we'd be like,
uh,
you should have main evented that. Like,
exactly.
that's one of those pops that's just like, you don't know what to do. Was it a fuck up? Was it like,
Probably. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's one of
Was it
those
like a
that's like,
heel turn, or was it like
but
something
you,
that? Yeah.
but WWE would never do that. You know
They
what I
wouldn't.
mean?
No,
Like, they wouldn't. And
they
like,
wouldn't.
but like,
Especially this year. Like maybe if it was a year where it was too unpredictable,
yeah.
maybe I would have been like, just pull the trigger this time. You know what I mean?
What
But
was the
this one was clearly obvious that it was
what was the
Cody winning.
last year that was like really unpredictable? Was it last
I think
year?
2020 because I didn't know Edge was winning that one. Honestly,
2020.
the men's one when Edge won it.
Wait, that was no McIntyre won 2020. You mean
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
2021?
the year after
2021?
that, 2020. Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
one was
oh yeah,
unpredictable.
that was I kind of like not think of that
I mean,
time.
it wasn't
Try
a
not to think of that show.
yeah, but like it wasn't unexpected in a good way. It was
Not
like
yet.
still I didn't expect him to win that. Honestly,
Not yet.
I didn't know
Facts.
who was gonna win that one, but they just gave it to Edge for some reason.
Yeah, that was random,
Yeah,
but it all worked out. But yeah, what a pop, man. Sami Zayn. That was a great
that was a
moment. I feel like we
great
haven't had
ending.
a moment like that in a while in WWE.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That everybody like together was like
exactly.
nice.
Yeah,
But I also did I don't know if it was an audible by WWE since they couldn't get Rock or Austin, so they were like, let's do the turn at
yeah.
Rumble. Because who knows when it was supposed to happen? I feel like
Maybe it was planned. I don't know.
maybe it was planned,
Maybe it was planned.
but I feel like I don't know.
I loved it every second of that segment
Yeah, it
because
was great.
now it's like that's like one of the probably I don't want to say the only storyline that's getting to me, but it's like what are they gonna
It's
do?
the best storyline they have. It's
Yeah,
the
best storyline they have,
best story they
and
have going on, and it
yeah,
sucks because we know it's coming to an end soon,
exactly.
which is so trash. It's either coming to an end at Elimination Chamber or at Mania.
Either one,
I was hoping it was gonna be Mania, but I think it's just gonna be
but we still got to see Roman versus Sammy at some point, right?
at
Because I
Chamber.
think yeah. Oh yeah, true,
Yeah, it's gonna be
yeah.
at Chamber for the belt. Roman's gonna win.
But then
I
that's the
just,
thing.
I
That's
just think it would have been so dope to have him win the Rumble, and then the promos like you do the same thing. You have him turn on Roman, but I would have did it on Raw. Him,
yeah,
but it kind of would have been predictable, unless you put Cody at 30, Sammy at 1, and you're like, they're the last two as like
yeah. Damn, yeah,
who is WWE picking right now? Then it
exactly.
becomes unpredictable. But like you could
Yeah,
have him turn on Monday, they beat him down and stuff. He wins the Rumble, and then there you go. There's your story. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
it's like I know I could beat you at Mania. Like you know why I know because your last couple title wins have been because of me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna beat you because you do not have me anymore.
exactly.
Boom! You got a storyline.
The thing is, too, is like I know I'm speaking way too far in advance with Mania, but like, let's say if that match most likely is going to be Kevin Owens and Sammy versus the Usos,
Yeah.
you can have that's one way to split up the belts. Like, what if Sammy and KO are like, whatever brand the Usos are on, if the draft happens after Mania, we're gonna really relinquish the other belts. So if the
Yeah.
Usos are on SmackDown, we're relinquishing the Raw belts. So that
Yeah.
way the Raw tag teams can have a chance. If they're
Yeah. It's
on
not a
Raw,
bad
we're
idea.
relinquishing the SmackDown belts. So that way we can
Get
give them a
another
chance.
title. Yeah.
So I think that's one way to split up,
I'm with
the
that.
tag team belts. But I still believe they should have done that. Sami Zayn on night 1 and Cody on night 2 on Mania to kind of split up the both belts.
I
But if
think.
they're gonna do it at Mania, hey, just at Chamber, then just might as well do it at Chamber.
Yeah. Like I love that Cody. Like I love that. They closed the show with Sammy and Roman. It was dope.
Yeah,
I kind of hate that it's gonna be a tag match at Mania because
yeah,
I
but
feel like
it's
there should be
because
Sami Zayn should have a singles run right now. He should not. be in a tag team. I
Yeah.
get it. Owens, cool. It's a cool story. They're gonna end up turning on each other down the road in a couple months. But like, he should have had a singles match,
The thing is,
even if
like,
it was him versus Solo at Mania.
yeah, but the thing is too, like, I think the only reason why they're doing the Usos versus Sammy is because Sammy and Jey Uso having that storyline of how like Jey Uso trusted, Sammy, and then he couldn't, trust him at first, and then they
Yeah,
finally got into the bond, and he turned on him, and that whole thing that happened with Jey when he just walked out.
man.
So who
I
knows what's
was,
gonna happen between them two?
yeah, I was hype about that. I was like, that's pretty
Yeah.
dope. I was really hoping one of them would be put in the U.S. title elimination match
Oh, that would have been dope.
so that they could win,
Maybe that
and
happens next week.
Theory could face Cena, right? If that happens,
Yeah.
and then you get Jimmy J Solo for the U.S. title. I think that's
Jimmy
pretty
J Solo.
triple
Damn.
threat. I think that's kind of fire.
That is.
Still love, but like we all have title shots. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like you
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
title, homie. Like
uh,
let's do this.
yeah, that'd be cool.
But I guess the tag match is cool too. I guess.
That's probably the next best thing for him to
Yeah.
do. You know,
Just like he needs a singles run, man.
he does. He
Damn.
does.
He should. They should give him the rumble.
Yeah. I mean, that's still fine with Cody winning, but it was like you
Yeah.
got to give Sammy the win at some
Yeah.
point. You know what I mean?
It is what it is.
Yeah. You can't go back and rewrite it.
Yeah. Because I even said Roman and Sammy, and then you give Cody and Theory. That would be a dope match.
Yeah.
Theory basically has the same styles as Guevara, and like,
For real. Yeah, that is true.
boom, there you go. You
But
know
then I
what I
don't think they
mean?
would want to have like Cody be in the same position as he was in AEW, where like he was just helping out younger guys.
Oh
That's not
no,
what he
no, just
wants.
for Mania, just for Mania, and then you let him get the title after it. I always said Cody should have won it at SummerSlam,
Yeah,
but we shall see what happens.
we
Man.
shall see. Yeah, but now the road to WrestleMania's
Officially
Mania
begun.
officially on the way. Yeah, it's kind of like I think the matches that are announced right now, besides the Raw Women's Championship, the Chamber match is like the only ones that are kind of expected to happen.
Yeah,
But like I think as of right now, like I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
I think it's gonna be the U.S. the
Yeah, but
women's,
like I don't know
and
like
then
who's gonna face who.
oh
That's the
okay
thing.
okay.
Yeah,
I thought you meant
sorry,
like the matches on the card. I was gonna say, of course, you got the Sammy and Roman, and then probably a match on top of that.
probably.
Maybe it'll be like a 4 or 5 match card. But yeah, the women is open. Who knows?
It
I
really. I
think
mean,
it's
I
gonna
kind
be.
of.
It's gonna be. It should be Bailey.
Yeah, but I think I don't know, but I would love to see Asuka. This whole
Yeah,
gimmick, the new gimmick that she's portraying right now. You know, it's not a new gimmick, but a new gimmick in WWE.
yeah,
Um, but this is awesome. This is the first time I've ever seen her like this. I've never seen Kana before, so it's kind of cool. The whole segment with Carmella on Raw, where she was like the blue stuff was coming out of her mouth.
yeah. That
That
was
was
dope.
cool.
Yo,
Um,
Carmella, shout out Carmella, man.
I know. I'm
Why
glad
didn't
she's
they just
back.
let that be a surprise?
I
He
mean,
was like,
I
"I'm
don't know if she
returning
was.
Carmella," and then they did a promo after. I was like, why didn't they just do her promo first and then have him
Yeah,
announce her? Uh,
she could have done it in the ring. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
yeah.
could just have it come out. I
So
don't
that was the
know.
thing. Yeah, I
Or
don't know.
just don't mention nothing. And next week when her music hits,
Yeah,
it's like, oh shit, we forgot about you, homie. Well, not
exactly.
forgot about you, but like, oh
We
shit.
just didn't know you were coming out this soon.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna come back at Rumble.
I mean, maybe she wasn't like comfortable ready at the Rumble. You know, maybe she didn't want to compete in it because
Yeah,
like something. Same thing with Piper Nevin. I didn't think Piper Nevin was going to compete at the Rumble because I think she said in like an interview. I think the day before she had like say like heart complications because of COVID or something like
yeah.
that. So I didn't
Oh
think she was
shit.
going to be in it. Then I saw the name like, oh shit, she's
Yeah.
back to Piper Nevin.
Well, that's kind of like why Cody was number 30, because he wasn't fully cleared. I
Probably,
think he
yeah,
got cleared like Friday or some shit, like a couple days before, or some shit like
maybe
that. And
cleared.
it's
I don't know
like
if he's still.
exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. But I like the Piper Nevin return. I like the Carmella return, the Brick Boogs. That felt kind of like a Raw after Mania a little bit.
I love it.
But and what would they have for the actual Raw after Mania, depending on what they do then.
We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, for real, for real.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we basically talked about everything. that I wanted to talk about.
We had a lot of topics, man.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot. I guess we could just close out the show right there. Thanks for everyone for tuning into episode number 106 of the Ring Fanatics podcast. I am Nick, your host, and with me is my co-host Joel, and we will see you guys next time.
Catch you.